There's so many lies in the pro-abortion movement. So many lies. When does life begin? Abby talked about a bunch of lies, the fears, the lies about your career is more important and it's not a life, and all these lies everywhere. One of the great lies as well is that men are not allowed to have a say. Men, you just stay out of this issue, men. If you don't have a uterus, you're not allowed to say, well, you know what, I don't have a uterus, but I have a heart and a brain. This is the greatest moral issue of our time, right? This is the slavery of our era, and half the population's not allowed to even have an opinion on it. Men are essential to the pro-life movement. Just like, if I dare say, white people were essential to the abolitionist movement, men are essential to the pro-life movement today. We need more masculinity in the pro-life movement. Men, we need you to step up. This idea you can't have an opinion unless you have a uterus, that's the stupidest argument of anything of all time. This movement needs men. There's so many women in a crisis pregnancy who are desperate for the father of their child to step up and be a man. Carl Jung has a nice model for masculinity, and I use this for lots of different things. I think it's a wonderful framework for lots of different elements, and it works perfectly for the pro-life movement. So Carl Jung, he talks about the 4 male archetypes, masculine archetypes. You have the king, warrior, magician, and the lover. King, warrior, magician, and the lover. The king, in his fullness, brings order to his kingdom. The king notices and affirms others. The kings praise and bless those in their kingdom. This is why kids without dads have chaotic emotions, out of control behavior, because there's no king in their life. There's no stabilizing force, no one to bring calm and to discipline bad behavior and affirm the good. So the king brings order to chaos, right? That's the king, bring order to chaos. The warrior, in his fullness, defends the weak and vulnerable. The magician has wisdom. The magician can pierce through the lies, see evil for what it is, even when it masquerades as goodness. And then the lover. The lover loves all things that are beautiful. The lover has deep empathy and compassion. Those are the 4 archetypes of masculinity. So the first question is, do you want to be these things? Right? And some people are more prone to one or the other or whatever, right? But the idea is, do you want to be these? Yes, is the proper answer. You want to be all 4 of these. So I'll tell you what you can do. You go to a pro-life crisis pregnancy center and do it. Live it out. Live your masculinity out. Be a king. Go to a pro-life pregnancy center, they're the opposite of Planned Parenthood, right? So a woman in a crisis pregnancy goes to these and they have an ultrasound, so they actually get to see the baby inside of them. And then they're counseled on different options that they have. And it's a wonderful, loving, fantastic place. I travel across the country speaking at fundraisers for these pro-life pregnancy centers. They're fantastic. So men, if you're looking for somewhere where you can be all 4 of your full archetype masculine self, go to a pro-life pregnancy center. They're desperate for help. They need your help. They'd love it. They would love it. You can be a king there, right? There are women who need a king in their lives because they got this boy in their life who is abandoning her when he was needed the most. This woman needs someone to bring order to the chaos. Be a king. You want to be a warrior? Well, that one's simple, right? The abortionist ends life. You save it. You want to be a magician? It's awesome. The magician has wisdom. And not only speaks truth, but can see all the lies and evil in disguise, right? I'll give you an example then. These are Planned Parenthood billboards in Cleveland, right? So it says, abortion is, and then the underline, and then different billboards have different answers, right? So abortion is, you saw hope. Abortion is normal. Abortion is a blessing. Abortion is safer than childbirth. For who? Abortion is a conversation, whatever the heck that even means. Abortion is a family value. How about this? Abortion is sacred. You ready for this one? Here it is. Abortion is life-saving. Satan's called the father of lies. What's a bigger lie than that? Abortion is life-saving. It is by definition life-taking. Every one of those is an absolute lie. You can see that. Some people can't. Most people can't. A lot of people need a magician to be able to see through the lies. And then you want to be a lover, right? Lover has deep empathy and compassion for others and can see the beauty in everything. And the lover also feels the highs of life and the lows of life deeply. And there are a lot of highs and lows in a crisis pregnancy. And each high and every low, in all ways, they're beautiful things to experience. So, you want to be a man? You get in the pro-life movement, period. Especially in light of our first segment, which is that the pro-abortion movement was started by perverted, misogynistic men who just wanted to sleep with women without consequence. That's how abortion started. That was the beginning of the pro-abortion movement. So you want to be a real man? You fight against that. The surest way to live all four of these masculine characteristics, which our society desperately needs in many different realms, is to join the pro-life movement. There you can be a king, you can be a warrior, you can be a magician, and you can be the lover. The pro-life movement needs powerful, confident, strong, masculine men. Oh, wait, that's it? It stopped? All right, if you want to watch the rest of that, big tech won't let us play the whole thing. Become a supporter, thefirsttv.com/support.